We're just getting started as we still have 11 teams to hear from as the week progresses. Robbie Russell, WCJB, TV 20 Sports. And over in the PGA Tour, there was a rookie that won. Xander Schauffele, he won by 1 stroke.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Yep, good for him.
Yeah,
Yep.
just gonna say that. Jinx. Thanks, Robbie. We'll be right back.
At today's opening, I spoke to a former city commissioner who championed the cause. And now the park is a reality that bears her name. And that small ball dominated as Union County won by 4 runs and secured their first ever state championship since the 1980s. Needless to say, that celebration is going to be rolling through Tiger Country for quite a while. Reporting in historic Dodger Town in Vero Beach, Robbie Russell, TV 20 Sports. The Gators opened up SEC play today hosting the Kentucky Wildcats. The last 2 years, the meeting between these two teams has been extremely tight. However, that was not the case today as the Gators got help on both sides of the ball. It's Championship Sunday in the World Cup of Softball. USA earned the #1 seed. They're taking on 2 seed Japan. USA beat Japan Friday night 5-0, so they're hoping to have similar success today. Our Meldon Law TV 20 Scholar Athlete of the Week stands at 6 feet 2 inches, 3 years on varsity. The UF commit averages a double-double at 14 points and 12 rebounds per game. She's 20th ranked power forward in the country according to ESPN's rankings. TV 20's Brandon McCullough caught up with Jalaisha Thomas. Today, the city of Bellevue unveiled a splash park for kids. A decade in the making, former city commissioner Wilma Lohr was on hand to see her dream come true.
It's a personal goal that I set a few years ago when I was on the commission. And we have worked on it for the last 10 years, and finally we have come to fruition. It's a great day.
The water playland can accommodate 28 kids and will be open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. each day. The location is close to Lake Lillian Park where families can picnic.
This is really a momentous day for the city. We have really wanted to have something like this for a very long time. Obviously, we live in Florida and it gets really hot. And I don't think a lot of people in our community have swimming pools. You know, we have small lot sizes and a lot of older homes, and we don't have a lot of pools here. And so we really wanted to provide this opportunity for the kids in our community.
Now, even though summertime is nearing an end for the kids, the plan for the water park is to be opened year-round with a slight change to the hours of operation coming when daylight saving times ends in early November. After all, it is about the kids.
We're just going to continue to keep it from 8 a.m. until dusk, so when the time changes it will be closing earlier. You know, we don't have a lot of lighting out here right now. Maybe at some point in the future, you know, we can change that, but for now it's probably going to continue to close at dusk.
The entire project cost about $130,000. Part of that funding came from a program called Florida Kids Helping Kids.
We did several events for this. We did car washes. These kids all worked on them. They had carnivals where they cleaned toilets and worked parking, picked up trash. We had a couple of splash bashes out of here where we rented things like the water slides.
During his childhood, Corey Durden attempted a few different sports before he found football through his cousin.
I went to see my cousin Jalen play, and I just fell in love with football since then. If I never seen him play, I probably would have never started playing football. I'd have been a basketball player for sure. Basketball was really my main sport when I was younger. To this day, it's still my favorite sport, but I'm big now, so you know how that goes.
Through the years, Corey has developed his game, and he enjoys wreaking havoc up front in the trenches.
It's fun, and I mean, with D-line, you just get to impose your will on people every play. And once you get in an offensive lineman's head and he know he can't block you, it's a wrap, the game over.
Don't let his size deceive you though. He also plays tight end and he makes big plays on the offensive side of the ball as well.
One thing I've learned about Corey is nothing's going to surprise me because, you know, like you say, you never know what he's going to do week to week, but what you can expect is for him to bring electricity to the team. You know, his energy and his intensity on the field is contagious, and whether it's a big hit or a caused fumble or scoop and score or a big catch, you know, there's always something, but he, you know, electrifies the team.
And I mean, it's just showing my versatility as an athlete. A lot of people, because I mean, I know I'm big, I'm 300 pounds, so it's just fun to make plays. I want to make plays when I can and when it's my turn to be called on, so This is fun.
Next year, Corey will take his game to the collegiate level where he's committed to Florida State. But before that happens, he had to refocus on his grades here at Newberry.
My freshman year I had good grades, but then my sophomore and junior year I just made it through. But then this year I actually passed ACT, so that was just motivation. It refocused me. It was a gut check because they told me if you don't get these grades, then you're gonna have to get a higher grade on ACT. So it was motivation.
And that motivation paid off as his GPA rose to a 3.6 in his senior year. Now he can set his sights on FSU, which best fits his playing style.
This is a great school. I love this school. I got a lot of people think it's because my family ties with the school. That's not the case. I got the best D-line coach in the country will be my coach next year, who's Odell Higgins. And he calls me all the time. We talk. It's like a father-son relationship. And I get to play next to my cousin for 4 years.
Newberry's Corey Durden, our Meldon Law TV20 Scholar Athlete of the Week. Robbie Russell, TV20 Sports. It's been almost 5 years since Laramie Tunsil dominated the offensive line for Columbia High School, and in that time, the former high school All-American has done some growing up this weekend. The Miami Dolphins rising star returns home to Lake City, reinvesting in his hometown. Tunsil kicked off his first Laramie Tunsil Foundation football camp at Memorial Stadium yesterday that wrapped up today. A free two-day camp for kids ages 5 to 13 where nearly 200 kids attended each day. Tunsil completed his rookie season with the Dolphins, seeing significant action in 14 games at offensive guard and landing a spot on the all-rookie team. This year should be a better year for Tunsil as he's slated to start at his natural position, left tackle, and is now used to a longer season.
Definitely hit a rookie wall, man. Okay. That's for sure, man. You know, you used to playing 12 or 13 games in college, or even high school, you play like 10 to 12 games. But, man, when you get to the pros, it's 16 plus. You know, you just hit a wall and it gets so hard, but you just got to keep pushing.
Laramie Tunsil Foundation weekend wrapped up tonight with a charity basketball game between Lake City and Ganiesville teams at the Richardson Community Center in Lake City. Track star Tamari Davis is gaining national attention every time she hits the track. She finished up her most recent event earlier today down at Disney's Wide World of Sports complex where the AAU National Club Championships are being held. Davis has broken event records throughout the week during her heat races, and all eyes were on her today as she competed in the finals for her respective races. The 14-year-old has already broke the 102-meter records earlier in the week for her age group and had every intention to do it again. You know you're going fast when your goal is to come out and break your own records. So in the 100-meter finals today, she clocked in with a time of 11.74 seconds, and she finished the 200-meter final with a time of 23:31. Both of those times, unfortunately, did not break either of her records, but they were good enough for first place in each respective race. So she's going home with 2 first-place finishes, a few event records, and national recognition. Shifting to the court where it's quarterfinal time in the Las Vegas Summer League, the Celtics taking on Dorian Finney-Smith and the Mavericks. Dodo still trying to find his stroke this summer as he's shooting just 5 for 34. We start in the second. Finney-Smith bringing it down court. He's directing the play and decides he's got this, and he wets the 3 to push the Mavs lead up to 43-29. Closing in on halftime now, Dodo showing his defensive side. Check out the poke and steal. That would lead to a shooting foul where he would eventually make one to make the lead 46-32. Third quarter now, Dennis Smith Jr. dishing it off to Finney-Smith. He's open, so he decides to take it and buckets. Mavs lead 62-34. Next Mavericks possession, Dodo says, here you go, Brasino, your turn. And he connects on the rainbow shot. Credit Finney-Smith with an assist. Mavs lead 65-37. Into the fourth quarter we go. Dodo all alone on the bottom of the screen. He lets it rip, and it's money. Another three-pointer for Finney-Smith. Mavericks win 91-74 and advance to the semifinals. Dodo finishes 3 of 5 from the field, all 3 being three-pointers. That gave him 10 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals. Over on the diamond, the Marlins hosting the Dodgers. Not much offense tonight from the Fish. All-star Alex Wood shutting down the Marlins for 6 innings, but the Marlins would hang one in the bottom of the 7th inning thanks to an RBI single from JT Riddle. Jose Urena gives up 5 earned runs through 3 innings. Dodgers rookie all-star selection Cody Bellinger hit for the cycle in this one. Dodgers win big 7-1. The Braves hosting the Diamondbacks. D-backs were leading 3-2, but Atlanta hangs a 4th spot in the bottom of the 6th. A pinch hit double by Lane Adams would plate 3, and all-star Ender Inciarte would follow that up with an RBI single to score Adams. They go on to win 8-5. And out west, the Rays are taking on Mike Trout and the Angels. The Rays are leading that one 6-1.
Okay, thank you so much, Robbie. We'll be right back.